Hey guys, it's Amy, the relocated tourist, coming to you live once again from my driveway. I am tired. It is December 1st, 2019. Yay for December. I am super excited. If you're following any of my social media, tonight is the big announcement. What could it be? You'll find out tonight. I worked really hard on this, and what's about to happen, I'm super excited about. All join me for it. I wasn't sure if I should do a vlog today, a vlog after the announcement, a vlog before the announcement. I thought, you know what, I'll just do one at my normal time right now and kind of just get that out there. That way I could talk about Space Coast and everything else, and then we'll kind of let tonight simmer, and then tomorrow we'll see what happens. So anyway, I ran a half marathon this morning. I'm a little tired. This is about as good as Amy's getting today. I have little makeup on and I'm in my sweatshirt and my sweats, and I have been in bed since I got home. I know many runners are like, walk around, Amy, walk around. Well, here's the thing. I am pooped after a half marathon. And the most walking I usually do is around when they give us free pizza, free beer, free soda, free, oh gosh, let's see, it was scrambled eggs today. What else? Muffins. It's the weirdest food combo, right? Scrambled eggs and pizza. But yeah, anyway, it was delicious, and that's about as much as I walk around after a half. I mean, I try to stretch, I try to kind of get my back aligned again because it's just, this one was a rough one. So normally I run the south course. There's two courses you can run, the north course or the south course, and they both go along the water's edge in Cocoa Beach. Now, when I did my first full marathon, which was, I cannot believe, 4 years ago already, for those of you who have followed my adventures in my life, I cannot believe that was 4 years ago, but that was in 2015, my first marathon. And it ran both the north and south courses, but they did change things up the past couple years. So I wasn't sure, and I had done south last year, and this year when I signed up, I just kind of went with the flow. I really should have just researched a little bit more. So I found out today that the north side has lots of hills. So we had a little bit of wind today, and it was warmer today, I know, as everyone else is freezing in the country. But yeah, we had a bit more than normal warmth. I don't know how I'm trying to say it, temperatures today. So all that to say is that I had a couple things going wrong for me, on top of the fact that we stayed at the International Palms Resort in Cocoa Beach. Don't know if any of you have ever been there, or if any of my running friends are watching this and you stayed there last night or have stayed there in the past. It's one of those hotels that is kind of like the All-Stars and the Howard Johnsons, where the doors are on the outside. There's no indoor hallways. It's not like this luxury resort. But that being said, like, I wonder if this was built in the 50s because, you know, like the cracks in the bathtub are gross, and like when you shower, you're like, I hope I don't catch anything while I'm showering, or the door like barely locked, like we had to slam it shut. And I thought, oh, that's gonna be really fun at 3 o'clock in the morning when I have to open and shut this door this morning. So I wouldn't recommend International Palms Resort for all my Space Coast runners. It was a bed, and you know, it's a means to the end at the end of the day when you just want to go there. I wish I could just pick up my packet in the morning on race day. Excalibur lets me do that. Disney doesn't let you do it either. But it's so nice because then you don't have to afford a hotel room and all the bells and whistles with it. But it's fine. It gave us a nice weekend Craig and I needed, you know, to walk on the beach hand in hand. It was very romantic and sweet. It would have been sweeter if I just didn't have like the amount of anxiety that I carry with me before a half marathon, but it is what it is. Yeah, I was up at 2:45 a.m. this morning, and so I am actually awake right now. I'm surprised I am. And as you can see, it's getting gloomy here. We've kind of had weird on and off sun today. Anyway, and it was The buses were packed. We had 300 runners from that hotel, so it must not be that bad of a hotel. 300 runners stay there, but so it is what it was. Oh, this hair. Anyway, all that to say, I finished. My pacing was much slower than normal. I did start to have some hip problems and some stomach. I was about to say tummy and I was going to say stomach at the same time. So my stomach, anyway, I was having some stomach problems, and any runner or just human being on this planet knows that when you start having those digestive issues, wink, wink, that's terrifying when you're running a half marathon, because there really isn't a, at least for me, I'm not comfortable taking care of that issue until I get home. So that kind of freaked me out. And then by mile 11, my hips started hurting really bad. I'm probably going to have it looked at, because I do run Disney in January, that half marathon, and I just don't want the same problems. But I did everything right yesterday. I drank tons and tons of water. I did little, physical activity. And I really rested up last night. I had my pasta. I don't know what else more I could have done, except probably have a better night's sleep. And that was just a horrible night's sleep. So funny story. Craig and I last year forgot my visor, and it is crucial. I never thought I'd really have to be one of those visor girls, but the sweat is just pouring down my face when I don't have my visor, even if I have a ponytail out. So this time around, I was like, we're not forgetting the visor. We're not forgetting the visor. Okay. So we remember the visor, but then we get into the room and Craig's like, Amy, we forgot the fan. And I'm like, oh, we can't sleep without a fan on. Like, we have like the ceiling fan going on at night, and then I have a fan near my face going on at night. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So he ran out to Walmart, bought a small little fan, but it barely made enough noise. And then the AC that was kicking in the room sounded like it was grating some type of rocks through it, like a cement mixer. It was horrendous. I should have recorded just for you guys to hear what I had to listen to for 8 hours straight last night. So about 1 in the morning, I asked Craig, I'm like, do you mind if we just turn off the AC? We're going to die of, now heat exhaustion in the room, but at least we don't need to hear, cement mixing. So that happened. So by the time I got to the starting line at 6 a.m., which was really exciting because normally I'm way in the back of the pack. And this year I was like, no, I know I'm not one of these ultra runners. I know I'm not, these beautiful skinny boys that they're like reindeer. They're like gazelles. They just go. But they have this really cool launch sequence on the big screen as they start you off. And I've always been literally, you guys, like a mile, if not more, behind because I'm a slow runner. So I just was like, no, I'm planting it here. I'm going to video this. I'm going to be a part of this. And they can all just run me over if they want, which almost happened. I was way to the right. It's like driving. Just stay the slow to the right. So I'm just noticing that my neighbor is putting these Christmas lights up. Probably wondering what the heck she's doing. Anyway, fun. So I finished. That's all there's to say. I finished. It was just a hair over 3 hours. My best time is actually Disney's Princess Half, which is about a couple years ago. I think it was before my marathon, possibly. I think it was 2014. I don't want to say for sure, but my PR for that was 2.5 hours. So this was much slower run, but I didn't realize that they told me later the North Course was tons of hills, which it was. And the South Course is like, hey, look at the dolphins. So yeah, I think next year I'm going to go for the South Course. So all that to say, I brought my medal in the car to show you guys, even though you saw it probably on Facebook and on Instagram and a billion other places. And oh, this hair. Anyway, there she is. Isn't it pretty? She kind of sparkles. Tell Craig, look at how it sparkles. Well, when there's sun, this part sparkles. So anyway, it's very exciting. So next year, if you do 3 races for Space Coast, it's called the Big Bang Series. Next year you get this Moonwalk Challenge medal on top of the medal you get for the 3rd race, which I believe next year, let's see, this is Project Gemini, so next year is Apollo. Super exciting, but so look how big this medal is, okay? By the way, it's got a base on it. The Moonwalk Challenge one was like this tall from my hand. No joke. It was huge. I'll post a picture of it, you guys. You won't believe it. So yeah, there's the ribbon. It's very exciting. So that's pretty much it. I am exhausted. It took about an hour to drive home. I waited to get home and shower and just, you know, de-marathon, you know, try to unmarathon, whatever the word is, just to kind of get my bearings about me. But I'm so excited. I thought all about tonight's announcement while I was running. I hope you guys love it. I hope you're just as excited as I am. If you're not, but it's December 1st. Merry Christmas. So I look forward to your reactions tonight. And I look forward to tomorrow especially. Lots of good stuff tomorrow. And on top of tomorrow, the irony of all of it when you see it is that tomorrow, Kira and I, in the afternoon, are headed to Universal to enjoy their Christmas. So you'll see why the irony. Anyway, I love y'all. I hope you had a great weekend, a great Thanksgiving, and I will talk to you soon. Love you. Bye.